So in this video, we want to talk a little bit about tracking PPC and ad effectiveness and things to keep in mind. And we'll maybe just take this data here and back it up a little bit. We can look at any time frame that we want, any month, any year that we've been running our ads. Let's just look at, say, 2020 in review. And we can sort of see here, what do we got going on here? A total of 513 conversions. On average for the year, we're hanging out around $27 per conversion. Almost all of our phone calls come from, almost all of our conversions come from phone calls. Some websites, we occasionally might see something too, like a web form submission, chat functionality. Maybe your website has that. All these things are trackable. And the idea is that we want to track as many of these conversions as possible, because what we can start to do is look at different types of campaigns. As you know, campaigns decide where ads show, what times ads show, what networks they show on, those sort of concepts. And so you can start to sort of shape your campaign or shape your account based on these campaigns. So I can very easily see different attributes for each one of these campaigns. I can look at the audiences. So there's different audiences that we can target, like say it's remarketing, stuff like that. We can sort of see here, Google's giving us some demographic data. And so we can bring all that basically down to conversions. So we can see our number one conversions here are 45 to 54 seems to be the big one. Gender, we can sort of see it's a male dominated. Not really surprised by that given the nature of this being heavy equipment rentals. Household income, some of it's in the top 10, 20, 30% there type of thing. And then parental status. These last two I would take with a grain of salt as based on a lot of Google data. So there's a lot of speculation there. Even age and gender can sometimes be a little bit suspect, but we can still use that data as relevant. We could also look at things like devices too. And this is maybe more of an important attribute. And this is actually quite easy to track. We can see here by conversions. Our top campaign is excavator customizers, and it's spent this year so far $6,600. It's had 333 conversions at $19. Where desktop, the same campaign, is $21 but only 78. So in this case, we really want to make sure that this website is very mobile friendly. Different websites have different concepts. I mean, we want all websites to be mobile friendly, but you can sort of think about something like plumbers tend to get a lot of conversions from mobile because when there's a leaking pipe, you don't hop on your computer. You usually hop on your phone. My goodness, I need to find a plumber. Whereas maybe like financial investments, maybe people aren't going to be doing, reading long case studies and papers on a phone. And so this information, we can see here, this information here, so this is our top campaign for the year, but inside this campaign is all these different categories of ad groups. And so we can see in here, heavy equipment rentals is our number one conversion at 115, but our cheapest as well. Now that heavy equipment can mean a lot of things to a lot of people. So it's a bit more of a nebulous phrase, I would say, as opposed to something like excavator rentals. This is the same thing, excavator rental, but mentioning a region called Surrey, mentioning a region called Abbotsford, mentioning a region called Vancouver. And different areas will have different competitors. And that's something else to keep in mind too, is that when you're running ads, you are in an auction, a live auction with other people competing. So if someone is willing to pay more than you per click, you're going to have to end up paying more or you're going to lose a position. All of these campaigns are set to target CPA. So some of these CPAs may look off. That's because I update them, every 2 weeks or every month to make sure they're sort of reflecting what's going on, and also I can keep an eye on it. And if I have a limited budget, I may say, maybe start cannibalizing some of the other campaigns that are converting at a higher price, like loader rentals here. These are considerably more expensive at $32, right? So maybe our loader page isn't that good. Maybe there's just more loader competition. So these are all the things that we can look at, and that's one of those things about AdWords is it really, with a little bit of thoughtfulness up front and a little bit of time spent, you can definitely make sure that you're tracking all of your conversions. And likewise, if you want to take it to the next level, you would put all this stuff into a CRM system and then go, okay, out of AdWords sent us 100 customers. Here's how many actually generated orders, and here's the value of those orders. And then you can start doing, return on ad spend and stuff like that. So that's basically, in a nutshell, an easy way or a rough way to monitor your campaign's effectiveness.